IGO, injustice identified highlighting procedural breaches, misconduct, and systemic failures. M, mandate of equity. The obligation to uphold fairness and transparency under divine and constitutional principles. O, obligation to respond. The legal and ethical duty of all involved parties to provide full and truthful disclosures. G, governance accountability. Ensuring actions align with statutory and constitutional frameworks, exposing unlawful practices. E, equity restored thanks to the Awanow Justice Nexus. N, nullification of breaches. Invalidating actions and decisions inconsistent with YHG eternal principles and Commonwealth law. B, balance restored. Restoring equity and harmony through reconciliation and restitution. R, revealing truth. Unveiling concealed actions and affiliations that undermine justice and integrity. I, integrity demanded. Requiring honesty and transparency in all actions and decisions. L, lawful resolution. Resolving disputes through alignment with divine and constitutional mandates. L, legacy of justice. Creating a lasting precedent for accountability, truth, and equity. The Awanow Justice song to the tune of the Wild Colonial Boy. Verse 1. There once were deeds of mischief, in a land of sovereign grace, where power's grip did tighten, and truth was displaced. But rising from the shadows came YH's servant strong to right the wrongs of justice and expose where things went wrong. Chorus. Justice rides with Awanow, its light will never fade, to call out all the darkness and the treacherous games played. The truth will rise and lies will fall, as YH's will prevails. For those who sought to scheme and cheat, their reckoning now sails. Verse 2, from BRILL to mayors and others, their plans began to crack. Their lies were met with questions, with no answers to bring back. The charges forged in shadows, their errors all laid bare. The Awanow Justice Nexus came to balance and repair. Chorus. Justice rides with Awanow, its light will never fade, to call out all the darkness and the treacherous games played. The truth will rise and lies will fall, as YH's will prevails. For those who sought to scheme and cheat, their reckoning now sails. Verse 3. The state of Victoria faltered as law exposed the fraud and those who dared impersonate the officers of God. IMOGEN BRILL was silenced. Her schemes could not withstand. The questions burned like wildfire, bringing justice to the land. Chorus. Justice rides with Awanow, its light will never fade, to call out all the darkness and the treacherous games played. The truth will rise and lies will fall, as YH's will prevails. For those who sought to scheme and cheat, their reckoning now sails. Verse 4 now echoes through the courts and halls, a message loud and clear, to act in truth and equity, to abandon fraud and fear. For YH's light will guide the way. No shadow can remain. The Awanow Justice Nexus will forever break the chains. Chorus. Justice rides with Awanow, its light will never fade, to call out all the darkness and the treacherous games played. The truth will rise and lies will fall, as YH's will prevails. For those who sought to scheme and cheat, their reckoning now sails. Nexus YHBH Framework. Comprehensive document, whistleblower, offer to IMOGEN BRILL. Title, Opportunity for Truthful Disclosure and Alignment. Issued to IMOGEN BRILL, Private Capacity. Prepared by Rohan Michael Brown, Servant of the Way, PM of YHBH, Architect of Awanow, www.awanow.com, and the Awanow Justice Nexus, date of issue, January 15, 2025, purpose. This offer is extended to provide an opportunity for IMOGEN BRILL to transition from a position of liability to one of alignment with divine and constitutional principles. By stepping forward as a whistleblower, you may mitigate your involvement in any alleged breaches and contribute to the restoration of justice and equity. Core components of the offer. 1. Purpose of whistleblower status. To allow you to disclose fully and truthfully any knowledge of unlawful actions, affiliations, or decisions you are involved in or are aware of. To contribute positively to the exposure and correction of systemic failures within the state of Victoria and Victoria Police. Sample statement. This whistleblower offer serves as a pathway to truth and alignment. By stepping forward, you demonstrate a commitment to justice, equity, and reconciliation. 2. Protections offered. Confidentiality. Any disclosures made under this offer will remain confidential unless required by law to be presented in legal proceedings. Divine and legal consideration. Your cooperation will be considered in any assessments of liability or restitution requirements, aligning with restorative justice principles. Restorative opportunities. Your actions as a whistleblower may pave the way for reconciliation and potential leniency in any legal, financial, or public accountability measures. 3. Obligations of disclosure. Truthful and complete disclosure. Provide all relevant information regarding procedural breaches, affiliations, or actions undertaken that contribute to the systemic misconduct. Timeliness. Submit your disclosure within 7 calendar days of receiving this offer. Required disclosure details. Full documentation of your role and actions in the matter. Knowledge of any affiliations or communications with external parties influencing this case. Identification of systemic practices or individuals contributing to breaches of justice. 4. Alignment with divine principles. Our now, Maxim. Name no one man, no evil live on, name no one man. Align your actions with principles of transparency and equity. Closed loop of justice. Emphasize your role in exposing and correcting injustices, ensuring truth prevails. Sample invocation. In the name of YHWH, this offer is extended to restore harmony and equity. May you find the courage to align with truth and justice. 5. Consequences for declining the offer. Legal escalation, non-disclosure or refusal to align will result in the continuation of accountability measures, including charges and penalties. Public transparency. Non-compliance may lead to public disclosure of your involvement and contributions to systemic failures. Divine accountability. Spiritual and moral consequences under YAB's eternal principles for rejecting truth and justice. Sample statement. Failure to accept this offer will leave all accountability measures intact, including legal and public repercussions, as well as divine judgment for remaining in misalignment. 6. Instructions for acceptance. Submit a written acknowledgement of your intention to accept this whistleblower offer within 7 calendar days. Provide a detailed disclosure as outlined in the obligations section. Use secure communication channels or approved methods for submitting your documentation. Closing statement. This whistleblower offer is an opportunity for you to align with truth and justice, mitigating harm and contributing to systemic restoration. The choice to embrace equity is yours, and it is a step toward reconciliation and divine alignment.